Assalamu alaikum, I'm Hira Wahid with the weekly review. The true brutality of the Indian Armed Forces has once again been exposed as another incident of the systematic torture unfolds in the Kishtwar district. According to a report by the research section of Kashmir Media Service, four innocent civilians were subjected to severe torture by the Indian troops at the 11 Rashtriya Rifles camp in the Chas area of the Mughal Maidan, Kishtwar. Medical examinations have confirmed the horrific nature of the abuse, with the victim released in the critical conditions. Indian police have arrested two journalists in the Baramulla district, marking it yet another attack on the press freedom in the territory. The police arrested journalists Mujibul Haq and Suhail Khan and registered a case against them in the Sopore police station. Mujibul Haq hails from Sopore, while Suhail Khan is from Delina, Baramulla. As Khurram Parvez, prominent Kashmiri human rights defender, marks the fourth year of his arrest, global condemnation of his arrest has intensified, with the critics viewing his prolonged incarceration as example of India's state terrorism and the iron fist policy under the Modi regime in occupied Kashmir. Parvez, coordinator of the Jammu and Kashmir Coalition of the Civil Society, was detained by India's National Investigation Agency in 2021 under the draconian the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. Authorities in occupied Kashmir have targeted the assets of a civilian in the Baramulla district. The Indian police have attached two residential houses and three vehicles belonging to Rafiq Ahmed Khan, a resident of the Trikangan Boniar in the Baramulla. The police authorities claim that these assets were obtained illegally. The rise of the Hindutva ideology in India, promoted by the Bharatiya Janata Party-led Modi regime, has been linked to a surge in the religious extremism and terrorism. Political experts and the civil rights activists who wish to remain anonymous due to the fear of the reprisals from the Hindutva regime are sounding the alarm. Scores of the people have been arrested after the Indian Forces personnel launched a series of cordon and search operations across occupied Kashmir. Personnel from the Indian Army's Rashtriya Rifles, Central Reserve Police Force, and the Special Operation Group conducted operations in Thana Mandi and Sangh areas of Rajouri and Udhampur districts. Body of a 17-year-old Irfan Ahmed was found under mysterious circumstances in the hostel of the Indian Army Goodwill Public School in Chaudhry Nad, Rajouri. A student of the 12th class at the school, Ahmed was a resident of the hostel. Protests were held in Jammu and Srinagar cities, demanding the restoration of the statehood to occupied Kashmir. One protest was organized by the Communist Party of India Marxist in Jammu, while another protest was organized by the Jammu Kashmir Pradesh Congress Committee in Srinagar. A woman has gone missing in the Poonch district. The woman has gone missing from a village Kirni near line of control in the district Poonch. The authorities have launched an investigation into the matter. India has deployed permanent commando unit of the National Security Guard, also known as the Black Cats, in occupied Kashmir in view of the growing armed resistance in the region. Deployment of the NSG has been made to ensure quicker responses to emergencies, eliminating the previous delays in the deployment from Delhi or Chandigarh. Indian forces have arrested several youth during massive cordon and search operations and house raids in multiple districts of the occupied Kashmir. Personnel from the Indian Army, paramilitary Central Reserve Police Force, Border Security Force, and the police conducted large-scale crackdowns in 56 areas across Rajouri, Poonch, Udhampur, Doda, and Reasi district. The operations primarily targeted the civilians, particularly the peace and the freedom activists. Occupied Kashmir is enduring prolonged unscheduled power outages as the winter electricity demand climbs to 2200 megawatts while the supply remains at 1500 megawatts. The shortfall is attributed to the preferential transmission of the power generated from the territory's water resources to Indian states. Businesses are also reporting significant disruptions and financial losses due to erratic power supply. Indian forces have arrested dozens of people during series of sweeping cordon and search operations and raids across multiple districts of occupied Kashmir. In Kathua district, the operations were carried out by the personnel from the Indian Army's Rashtriya Rifles, Central Reserve Police Force and Special Operations Group and the Village Defence Guards. At least 10 youths were arrested and several electronic devices were seized during the raids. Amid an ongoing spree of the property confiscations targeting the Kashmiris under various pretexts, High Court has declared that the right to property is not constitutional but the fundamental human right. Ruling came in response to a petition filed by Abdul Majid Lone, a resident of the Tangdhar in Karna Kupwara, seeking justice for the occupation of over 12 canals of his land by the Indian Army since 1978 without compensation or legal acquisition. Protests were held in Jammu and Baramulla district against inadequate infrastructure and basic services. The locals gathered in Akhnur area of the Jammu to protest the stalled repair of the main road. The road has been in disrepair for 3 years following delays in a road widening project. India's National Investigation Agency has decided to approach the Delhi High Court seeking authorization to grant the special NIA court the powers of an MP MLA court. This move is intended to enable the special NIA court to preside over the so-called terror funding case involving engineer Sheikh Abdul Rashid, independent MP from the Baramulla district. A cybersecurity firm co-founded by an Indian, Rajat Khare, has been accused of using legal tactics to silence the investigative journalism across the globe, according to Reporters Without Border. The organization reports that multiple media outlets in countries including the US, Switzerland, France and India have faced legal pressure to retract or alter articles investigating the firm Appin, which has been linked to ethical hacking services. This was all from the Weekly Review. Allah Hafiz.